that hashtag might snow. That's with 2 eyes.
Introducing first the challenger to my right, from the great state of Iowa, weighing in at 252 pounds, the Corn Belt Cowboy, the boss of the plains, the one called Manders. And his opponent to my left, from our nation's capital, Washington, D.C., the Afro-Punk, Trish Adora!
Do you think those furs that Manders wears on his leg are part of like his warm-up strategy? You know how people like stretch and like jump around? You think that like keeps his legs warm so he's ready to go?
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty astute observation, right? Isn't one of the worst things as a professional athlete, you warm up and then if something happens and you're forced to cool down, you start to tense up. So
absolutely.
I think that's an astute observation. I think that could definitely be part of the strategy. And something that I wanted to ask you, Willow, especially since you travel so much lately, Trish Adora flying into Boston, having to sit in the car, make the drive over to Worcester. What does that do to you when you have to sit in the plane on your way to a match?
The way your hips tense up, that will really throw a wrench into your game.
Right, that can really affect mobility.
Mobility, especially if you're someone who's going to be like throwing kicks. Luckily for Trish, it's all about that arm, throwing that lariat, baby.
That lariat Tubman from Trish Adora. And even still, though, I mean, there's a lot of lower body strength that goes into throwing yourself at your opponent.
Oh, absolutely.
First time ever meeting a feeling out process. Neither competitor wants to be the one that makes that first big mistake, because sometimes in wrestling, that's all you get is one mistake and your opponent can blow it wide open. I think that we're going to be seeing more of a traditional technical attempt strategy from Trish Adora. Somebody like Manders, probably a little more straightforward, a little bit less technique, and a little bit more punchy in the head.
Yeah, that sounds just about how I imagined this going.
Unless Manders might be looking to lull Trish Adora into a false sense of security, or maybe even try and best her at her own game. He did not have a counter for that hammerlock, and Trish Adora has a 5 count to work with before being disqualified. I don't think we'll see that from Trish Adora here today.
No, I think she's very much the sportswoman. Oh, got those hips shaking. Also possibly part of a warm-up, loosening up the hips as the crowd cheers are on.
I think Manders getting a little bit jealous right here. The crowd seeming to be favoring Trish Adora. Was looking for a cheap shot with his clothesline, and I mean, we were just seconds away from seeing the lariat Tubman. Got a couple headhunters in the ring. As we see the school by a folding press, but there you can see just how much size that Trish Adora is giving up. Can barely hold Manders down. I don't think that a flash pin is going to do the trick here tonight.
Well, you gotta try.
Oh, absolutely. Because for every attempt of a pin, your opponent still has to exert the energy to kick out.
And that's sometimes the name of the game, just wearing them down enough.
Now Trish Adora with a key lock applied, also looking for a head scissors. Trying to make it difficult for Manders to breathe. Manders using his strength to base her weight. And looking to throw Trish Adora throat first on that top rope. Willow.
His environment is a weapon.
Very resourceful, but Willow, as you know, called a top rope. That's a misnomer. Those aren't ropes.
Oh, those are cables.
Yeah, steel cables, as you heard the big thud from Manders. Chopping Trish Adora down to the mat. And one of the fans getting a little bit rowdy, a little bit rambunctious ringside, giving it to Manders, but Manders cannot take his eye off the task at hand. Another cheap shot right there, trying to choke Trish Adora in the ropes.
Ooh, the wearing down game seems to have been working. You see Manders there, like his hand is hurting, or his arm. Ooh.
Well, Trish Adora trying to fight back, and Manders, to your point, not able to get a hand up to try and block. Oh!
Get that shiny bald head right to the turrets.
A little bit of misdirection from Manders. Drills Trish Adora with the DDT.
There it is, Trish.
Referee checking on Trish Adora. She says that she is willing to continue in this contest. A nasty landing on the DDT. She might not even know where she is right now. Willow, can you speak to fighting on instinct when you get rocked in the ring?
Yes, I can. Sometimes all you can think when your like head is spinning and you're dizzy, you don't know what's up and down, is like, man, I just gotta fight. Because at the end of the day, I know I'm in a fight. And if I don't throw these strikes, I'm in a big, big troublesome situation. Ooh, I know this maneuver very well. Going for that doctor bomb.
But Trish Adora had it scouted. The damage has been to the arm. Now a top wrist lock. As Trish Adora is still going to try and use her technical prowess to best Manders in this match. And by controlling the arm, she was able to control the body. She threw Manders' shoulder first. And that's so smart because if he's looking to throw that lariat, his arm is just dangling by his side right now.
So for me, it's like the difference between a clothesline that we see match after match after match with a lariat is like just like the passion and intensity that goes into it. It's like saying someone is like, oh, they're just fine, and you're like, they're fine. You know what I mean? It's just that level up.
There you see Manders now using the bad arm to try hold on as Trish is trying to do more damage to the right arm. A full Nelson was applied briefly, but she just got rocked. Trish could be out. And Manders, quick to get into a pin. No, looking to inflict more damage. Oh, but took too much time. That time, he's the one that did damage too. His right arm missing the elbow drop.
Yep, and that looked like another instinctual move out of the way by Trish. Just kind of saving yourself until you can muster up the energy to retaliate again.
Manders wasting valuable time right here, struggling with both of his arms. And Trish Adora, though, still on the mat. I mean, that's very telling that she wasn't able to pull herself up during that rest period. But Manders, how much strength has been taken away from his arms? He can't even bring Trish Adora back up.
Yeah, she's playing a smart game here.
Oh, I think she was playing possum.
I don't know. It seemed like a move out of desperation even. Oh.
Taking Manders down, right arm first, then the left arm. Manders on all fours, kicking away the arm, unable to protect himself. Trish with momentum off the ropes, a pump kick sends Manders flat on his back. And a senton.
Oh, with the left, she is going now.
Trish definitely looking confident. Of course, if you've been following us every Thursday here at the White Eagle in Worcester, Massachusetts, all matches at Wrestling Open contested to a 10-minute time limit. Here at Beyond Wrestling, unless otherwise specified, we don't have any time limits. So this one could go the distance. I honestly think that these two are just getting started, Willow.
I agree. I think they're both playing a pretty smart game, and when you're using your intellect in the ring like that, it can just be a game of chess where there is no end.
Manders that time setting the buckle once again, trying to put on the brakes. Maybe an Everest-style German suplex from Trish Adora. Oh, she's feeling it. Look at that confidence.
Damn, we were talking about Manders' strength, but look at Trish with the strength from those hips. That was impressive. I am impressed.
The expression on her face changing, though, telling the entire story. She thought she had Manders beat with that German suplex hold. Looking for the pump kick once again. And now is Manders biting through the boot? I mean, that is desperation. That is disgusting.
Dirty way to play it.
Maybe looking for that gut wrench power bomb. Oh, Trish could not find a counter. Impact into the pin and somehow still able to kick out. Get in there. Show Manders. Once you're cleared, you're going to show Manders a thing or two about how to do that, Willow.
It was beautifully executed. I will give him that. It was a gorgeous job.
Clothesline attempt blocked. Once again, Trish Adora looking for a potential submission victory. That time the Kimura applied. She might be looking to break Manders' arm. Counter for the clothesline once again. This time the arm hooked. And it's the right arm. And again, going for that head scissors. Manders dropped her on the top rope last time we saw this attempted. Maybe looking to toss her to the floor. Trish is going to be careful, Willow.
Oh! Didn't learn from the first time.
Oh! And finally, the clothesline connects, but the momentum of Manders, he took himself to the floor. Man,
this could play out anyway.
This could play out anyway, but you want to talk about getting lucky. Trish Adora is laid out in the center of the ring right now. She might not even know where she is. She might be able to get a count-out victory.
Manders getting up. Finding himself back into the ring, but I don't know. I think too much time has elapsed for
Almost 30 seconds since we saw that collision. And Trish Adora waking up in the nick of time. Manders beside himself.
Dig deep, Trish. Dig deep.
Trish got to will herself through this one. Got to dig deep and try and power through. Manders clutching both of his arms. What's he gonna?
What's the dirtiest scowl on his face that I've ever seen.
Well, Manders is going to be careful. He's going to be doing damage with every single one of these strike attempts using his arms. Trish Adora much fresher in the forearm department. And now we've got like a pissing contest in the ring. Like, neither of them are backing down.
Yeah. I mean, you've been seeing Trish this whole time with her smiles and her laughter. You know, she's been having a lot of fun, kind of playing a game here.
Oh, definitely some psychological warfare, trying to get under the skin of Manders, making him question himself in that ring. No question in that chop right now.
Ooh! Come on, cowboy!
Some big thuds. No snow, no thunder. That is just the chops here at the White Eagle in Worcester, Massachusetts. Both competitors, their chest starting to blister up.
These dudes are tough. Just to keep going. Oh, man. That stuff really hurts.
Uh-oh, Manders got Trish Adora by the throat. Hold her in position for a big open hand strike. That could have been the final blow. Trish Adora not backing down, not giving an inch. And now a series of open hand strikes to Manders. And a big knife edge chop to complete the combination. Another pump kick, man, she might have knocked his mustache off.
She's saying it's over. Oh.
That was a cheap shot. That was dirty. He went right to the throat.
Trying to win?
So you don't blame him.
I mean, it wouldn't be the way that I would go about it, but here we get, no Oklahoma Stampede.
Unable to trip Manders up. Manders stopping in his tracks. Gets the arm brushed away. Oh, man, back and forth they go. And finally the lariat Tubman floors Manders. And she got the knockout win.
Here is your winner, Trish Adora.
Trish Adora back on her winning ways here in Beyond Wrestling. Manders going to be sent packing back to Iowa, or maybe New Jersey. Trish Adora from our nation's capital. Hell of a fight here, picking up the win over Manders with that lariat Tubman.
Now that the fight's over, realizing what she just put herself through. All that pain in the chest.
I think the official's going to let Manders, he doesn't even know where he is right now. Somebody's going to let this guy know that the fight's over and he lost.
Still working on that instinct, you know?
Good fight. That's what we like to see here at Beyond Wrestling. Sportsmanship, sportswomanship, sportspersonship.
There it is.
Whatever you want to see it. We want to see a fair fight and some good sports. I don't know. Manders got a little dirty, though, going to the throat a couple times. But Trish Adora, your story here today, still victorious. It might snow.